Welcome to episode 144 of the quest lore series, Secrets of the North. To start this quest you must have completed Romeo and Juliet, Cold War, The Restless Ghost, Priest in Peril, Creature of Fenkenstrain, Garden of Tranquility, Rune Mysteries, Shiloh Village, One Small Favour, Swan Song, Jungle Potion, The Feud, Death Plateau, Troll Stronghold, Druidic Ritual, Edgar's Ruse, My Arm's Big Adventure, Fight Arena, Haziel Cult, Doric's Quest, Goblin Diplomacy, Black Knight's Fortress, The Lost Tribe, Recruitment Drive, Wanted, Devious Minds, Desert Treasure 1, Enter the Abyss mini-quest, Curse of the Lord mini-quest, and finally, the General Shadows mini-quest. You talk to the guard outside the Carnelian mansion. A crime has happened, and since you've assisted them recently during the Haziel Cult quest, you are one of the suspects, but this is just a show that the guard is putting on in front of Lady Carnelian. He actually asks you if you want to help find a suspect, to which you of course agree. The guard heads upstairs and you follow. You see Sir Cyril Carnelian is dead and investigate the crime scene. He has a single stab wound to the back, caused by a thin blade. The broken window on the floor indicates an intrusion from the outside, and behind the wall you find a secret passage leading to a chest that's been broken into. You update the guard and he shows you an amulet with a skull on it, the symbol of the Khazad army, and there's a name engraved into the back, Evelot. You go to the bar at the fight arena and bribe the barman with 100 coins. He says that she was here recently but left in a hurry. You might be able to find her trail outside. You inspect the barrels and see a path of footsteps, at the end of which you see Evelot near a rowboat. She won't give up without a fight, so after defeating her, you ask her about the amulet. She says that someone must have stolen and planted it at the crime scene, although she does admit to robbing the Carnelian house, stealing a scroll, which she then gave to some cultists. At the cult hideout, you talk to Haziel about Cyril's murder and Evelot stealing the scroll. The scroll is what restored Haziel to life. He wants to make his return known to his Majorat kin. Clevit summons General Khazad, who is updated on events. They suggest that you speak to the family members and not leave any stone unturned. At some point in the conversation they mention a ritual, but do not elaborate any further on it. Back at the manor, you get the guard's permission to talk with the Carnelian members. Klaus the chef mentions that on the morning of Cyril's murder, he felt a strange cold and saw a shadow moving. You find and click a small button behind the cooking shelves, and the wall next to the notice board reveals a passage into a secret room. You pick the lock off the chest and find a dusty scroll inside, which you show to Haziel. Haziel and General Khazad speak critically about the importance of this half-crest, suggesting that maybe it's one of Haziel's kin who is trying to steal it, and that the scroll is what was sought to be taken from the Carnelian mansion originally. They mention going up north to the land of ice trolls, at which point you say that you are familiar with them. Then they use shadow magic to teleport there. On Weiss you speak to an ice troll called Big Fish, who is actually Haziel in disguise, and Deadwolf, who is General Khazad. Before the ice trolls settled here, this place used to have a different importance. You speak to My Arm, who says that something weird has happened in the mines. One of the trolls claims to have seen a shadowy figure. Before the God Wars, a settlement of the old empire was here. The fortress to the east is all that remains on the surface, but below there is a great prison sealed long ago. The crest that was stolen is going to be used to reopen that prison, and the ritual they were talking about is that one of the shadow kind is sacrificed to allow the rest of them to live. You descend into the mines. Haziel stays by the entrance and you investigate further with General Khazad. When inspecting the prison's magic barrier, the assassin appears, who is the same one you encountered during the Devious Minds quest. Alongside General Khazad, you fight the assassin, making him stand in the smoky clouds and avoiding the vials that he throws. But just as you're about to defeat him, he throws a smoke bomb and disappears. You explain that you knew the assassin as he killed some monks on Entrana and stole a relic from them. The assassin likely hasn't left the dungeon, so you might still be able to find him. When you search a barrel, you find a lever handle, and then you open a gate to the center room by spelling the word blood. The chest here is opened by putting in the number 7402, and inside you find an even smaller icy chest. With the tinderbox that you find inside a crate, you light the braziers in the order of northwest, southeast, northeast, southwest. This unlocks another chest where you find an old note and a strange shard. Next you enter the northern room by pressing the arrow buttons left, up, left and down on the lock. You use the lever handle on the lever mechanism and pull it. Inside the chest here you find strange symbols with names next to them. In the room where you fought the assassin, you inspect the southwestern pillar, finding another note, a strange cipher, and another shard. You combine the 2 shards and use this to unlock the icy chest, getting an ice key. The ice key unlocks the gate just south of the central room, and you prepare for the final boss fight, equipping ranged and mage gear. You encounter a strange creature, and after a long and epic battle where you switch attack styles, freeze it, switch prayers, and honestly it took me 4 whole attempts, you defeat the strange creature. After defeating the Phantom, you talk to Jalan, who is the Majorat that Haziel was looking for. The strange creature appears to be the incarnation of Jalan's nightmare. He has the other half of Gorok's crest, and you warn him that the assassin is coming for him, but he does not heed your warning, and the assassin makes both of them disappear into the shadows. You warn General Khazad and Haziel, but as the assassin now has everything he needs to open the gate, he does. The assassin uses the Shadow Realm, and now it's too late to follow him into the prison. A detachment of soldiers are going to guard the prison at once. For now, you are left with more questions than answers, and then accept the teleport back to the Carnelian mansion. You tell the guard that the investigation has reached a dead end, and his superiors will not be happy that no one will be arrested. You receive 60,000 Agility XP, 50,000 Thieving XP, and 40,000 Hunter XP, and now have access to Gorok's dungeon. Join me next time where I'll explain the lore behind lunar diplomacy.